It's that time, you guys. It is that time of almost every month that we all look forward to so much, and that I know probably 90% of you guys follow me here on YouTube for, and that is a Buffbunny collection try on and review for the upcoming launch on Saturday, October 17th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys want to know the goods. You guys have so many questions about all the new pieces coming, and I will be answering all of them. Without further ado, if you guys want to know all the juicy details for the Buffbunny collection launch happening this Saturday, then just keep watching. So for those who may be new around here and don't know who I am, my name is Gabrielle Tongle, but you can call me Gabs. And like I said, for today's video, we are going through all of the pieces that are launching this Saturday. I have a handful of them here on hand, but I will also be going through the ones that I don't have on hand and giving you guys my advice on what I would get sizing wise, what I think of them, and all that good stuff. And of course, as always, I've done a bit of research, asking other athletes and affiliates, asking the company themselves of certain items that I might not have on hand so that I can give you guys the most accurate information when it comes to the new pieces, because I get it. You're spending that hard-earned coin and you guys want to feel confident in everything that you're getting, and you want to make sure that these are the pieces for you, and that's exactly what I'm here for. I'm always here to make sure that you guys feel good to go for every single Buffbunny collection launch. If after this video you guys have any additional questions, feel free to send me a DM over on Instagram, and I'm more than happy to help you. I am always so available to you guys throughout the whole week leading up to launch, so please don't hesitate to ask me through Instagram on DMs. You can also comment down below if you'd like. I do check my Instagrams a little bit more often than down below, but knowing that the launch is coming up, I obviously check at least once a day here on YouTube as well. So ask away down below as well, and you might have a question that someone else has, so always better to ask it than not to. Any question is a great question. In addition, any additional information that I might get after this video is filmed and posted, I will post it in the pinned comments down below in the comment section. So always make sure you guys are checking back in the comments, because a lot of updates do go there as well as my Instagram stories. But if you guys are strictly on YouTube, then that is where some of the updates will be. When I say I got you, I mean it. And finally, before we actually get into the video, there is or is not chances for you guys to win a Buffbunny collection gift card to use this Saturday. So I would just, make sure we're paying attention, make sure we're not just scrolling through. You don't want to miss a beat, because I don't know, I'd want a Buffbunny collection gift card if I were you. But anyways, let's actually get into the review and get into the juicy details. Alright, so again, if this is your first time watching one of my review videos, hi, hello. I always try to limit my talking because I talk a lot, and I'll try to put all the details on the screen for the most part. If I don't verbally say it, it should be on the screen, but again, if you guys have additional questions, just ask away. And as always, I do have a select amount of pieces on hand, so how we're going to structure the video is that I'm going to talk about certain pieces like sports bras, leggings, sweaters, things like that, and then I'll talk about all the pieces that I have on hand, and then at the end I will talk about the pieces that I don't have on hand, what I think about them, what sizes I would get, etc. So all in the same kind of category. Hope that makes sense. You'll see as you watch the video. But anyways, let's jump right into the sports bras. So I know this is probably the biggest reason you guys are here is because you are probably bigger chested, or you just trust my intuition, or not intuition, but thoughts about sports bras. I am a 36 double D for those who may not know, and I am very broad, so I have a few obstacles to overcome when it comes to purchasing sports bras. So I get the frustration when, you're larger chested, you're a bit more broad, and some of these cute sports bras are just not cutting it for the support or the coverage. So for this launch in specific, I really told them, look, I only want the sports bras that will kind of support me or really support me. I'm not about the sports bras that I can only wear at home or under a sweater. You know what I mean? We're not spending money to just hide our bras under a sweater. I mean, sometimes, but you know what I mean? So I am really, really happy with the sports bras, let me tell you that. And so let's start with the one that I'm wearing. This is the canceled bra. I have it in this color that I'm wearing right here, as well as the white color. And let me tell you, from the thicker straps, from the support, and from the detailing on the back, I love everything about it. One thing you will notice, and I mean I do have enhanced breasts as well, so keep that in mind, is that I do have a bit of side boob. I mean I could just keep adjusting it like this to like keep covering it, but I've honestly just come to the fact that being bustier, like that's just something that happens sometimes. I will say that this is one of the best ones that do support me, and hello, always, Buffbunny collection bras always make the girls look good. So if you're looking for a sports bra that kind of like lifts them nicely, Buffbunny collection's got you in that department for sure. But talking about supportiveness, I would say that the canceled sports bra out of all the ones that I have is the most supportive because of this thicker strap. So I really, really appreciate that. Again, yes, there's a bit of side boob, but I don't know, I'm kind of like just cool with it because like I said, I do have enhanced breasts, so I feel like the implant does do that, where I think if maybe you have more natural breasts, you wouldn't have as much side boob as I do. So that's just something to keep in mind if you do have enhanced girls, is that I do notice with this sports bra that I do have a bit of side boob. I could size up to an extra large, but I feel like if I were to do that, yes, I'd get a little bit more side coverage, but I feel like it might be a little bit too loose in the rib cage. So as I always say in my videos, and you'll hear me say this again later on when I talk about leggings, it's all about picking and choosing your battles of what you know, want more and what you can be like okay with, you know? So personally for me, the canceled sports bras really win my heart because they're just great and supportive. I did a little bit of jumping around in them and they're great, and as much as they do give me a bit of cleavage, again, being bustier, you're just always gonna have cleavage sometimes. So I've learned to kind of accept certain things. I would say that these are more of like the medium to high, more on like the high side to be honest with you, just because of how secure I do feel in this bra. So thank you, Buffbunny collection, for accommodating to us bustier girls, and I'm just so happy that I can finally share a bra that I feel is like good for the bigger cups. Now let's talk about one that is coming back in some new colors, and that is the Monarch bra. This is a bra that is an all-time favorite for so many Buffbunny collection lovers. And I mean, there's just so many things to love about it. I mean, the neckline, the detailing and openness in the back, the no back spillage situation because of the design. It's just so pretty. And it's made of that nubia fabric that we all love and enjoy so much. Literally so buttery soft, and I love that it's just a little bit longer as well. If you guys love the Monarch bra, you guys are going to love the fact that it's coming out in so many new colors, so you guys can pair them with any of your previous pieces or any of the new pieces coming up. I would say that this is more of a like low support kind of bra, especially for us bustier girls, because it's more of that nubia fabric. It's more of that like relaxed kind of fit, so I definitely would be jumping or running in this by any means. Unlike this canceled sports bra, you definitely could go for a little bit of a run, or like I said, some jumping and stuff like that, but this one's more of kind of like your chill, just lifting kind of situation. So that is the Monarch bra. Next up, we have a bandeau coming back. I don't know if you guys remember this guy over here. This was launched when the Girl Boss skirt was launched, and it was like all the mauve colors and stuff like that. So a few launches back, I'd say like last year. So really happy to see these bandeaus coming back. I think they're so cute to pair with leggings, jeans, joggers, literally anything, especially with the vibe that's going on right now with the fall trends. You could definitely pair this with some sweatpants or something and just make it really cute. But I love this so much because it is padded inside, so it does act as a bra as well, so no need to add one underneath. And again, it's made of that super soft nubia fabric that again is just so nice and so comfortable. And so if you bought the black one from the last launch, yes, it's called Black Diamond now, but it's the exact same thing. It's black. It's just a different name to fit the theme. But yeah, absolutely love these bandeaus. I personally am wearing a medium in the bandeau in the photos and the video that you guys are seeing, but I definitely could have gone up to a large for a more comfortable fit, but because my weight fluctuates so much, I prefer going with the medium myself, although I am usually a large in the bras. But if I were to say what my truest size is, it would probably be a a large, because then I'd probably have to pull it up less and have less like kind of rolling happening. Because I do carry a lot of my body fat in my upper body, my back and my stomach, I do find that the back does roll sometimes like this. So that's just something, again, that I pick and choose when it comes to the sizing of the bandeau. I just like how the medium really just makes me feel really secure and in, especially because there's no straps to add that extra security. So personally for me, I went with a medium for the bandeau. Next up is a new bra, and this one is called the Soul Bra. Again, I love how they're really like playing around with the back details. So it has like a double cross situation going on with a thicker and a thinner band with like the regular amount of width on the bottom. And this is the new color Flame, for those wondering. It is like a mustard yellow with a bit of orange kind of situation. That's like the best way I can explain it, but it's just, I think it's so perfect for the fall. This one I did find gave me some decent support. Like I was doing some jumping photos in it and stuff and it was fine, but I think because the strap isn't as thick as this one, it isn't as supportive. This is more of like the medium to high, but personally for a larger chested girl, it would be more on like the medium side. And this one I definitely had a little bit more like boobage going on, because if you can imagine the strap being a little bit smaller, that tends to happen. But I still love this bra, and again, this color is just to die for. I literally needed at least 3 pieces in this color, and I'm so glad that I did, because I think it's just so unique and I just love yellow in general. A lot of you guys were asking like what this looks like in comparison to the previous yellow, so I'll make sure to put that on the screen for you guys as well. And then also later on I will be mentioning another yellow, so I'll compare that again later on when I mention the other yellow that looks very similar to this. So that is the Soul sports bra. And the next sports bra top that's making a comeback that we saw just recently in the Boss launch is the Supply top. I personally got the color Bones, which is white, and I love that I can pair it with literally absolutely anything. I've always loved the texture on the Supply and Demand pieces. I mentioned this in my last video if you guys watched that, and I don't know where it is right now. I was gonna show it to you. Oh, no, there it is. I see it. I see it. Found it. It just fell. But anyway, so this is the Supply top. And so again, I got the color Bones. I know a lot of people were concerned, can you see the padding in these? And I personally could see it a little bit in my photos, like the texture of it. Honestly, to me, like it just doesn't bother me a whole lot if you do see the bra pads underneath. It's just not a big deal to me, but I know for some it might be. So you can't see it right now with this lighting, but in some of the photos that I did take, I did notice that I could see a little bit of the cutout of the boob pads. So you could absolutely take them out and then maybe use some like stickies on your nipples if they're like darker and you just don't want to have the boob pad, but you also don't want your nips showing. So that's what you could do, but I went ahead again with a medium in my Supply top, and I still love the fit of it. I definitely don't think I could go down to a small. I think that would just be too tight. Unfortunately, I still have the issue of it kind of coming down a little bit, but I've just kind of accepted that that might just be the vibe of this bra, especially having like more dominant traps kind of situation. But I still love this top, and I think it's great for lounging or running errands, layering, whatever you want to do. It's just a perfect piece to pair with whatever you want. So again, this is the Supply top, and this does have obviously a removable cup, so you don't need to wear a bra underneath. I did mention this in my previous video, but in regards to sizing, if you do go a size up, it will still fit you, but it'll fit more like a top. And I would recommend that you wear a bra underneath, because there's no stitching at the bottom to like lock it in like most sports bras do. So again, this would be more of a tank top than a bra if you guys do go with your regular bra size. Like I said, my regular bra size is large. If I went with a large, I would definitely had to have worn a bra underneath, and that is why I sized down to a medium. That's what I have to say about the Supply top. And so let's talk about the bras that I don't have on hand. So the Herring Hush bra is coming back, and this was launched I believe in January of this year, and I had tried it on at the Buffbunny collection winter party, which I can't believe is actually like almost a whole year since that happened. But anyways, I have photos of me wearing it in a size medium. I am a little bit leaner here in this photo, but this is essentially what it looks like. It has this herringbone texture to it, so I'll see if I can zoom into this photo to really show you guys what it looks like. So it does have a bit of a texture to the fabric, which I think is so pretty. But what I love the most was the back, the 3 straps, the 1 strap. I think it's just so pretty. And like I've mentioned already before with all these sports bras, I absolutely love that Buffbunny collection is changing it up with a little bit of details from the back to the seams of the leggings and just all these little things I just have so much appreciation for. I mean, hello, like even look at the PR boxes. Like I just love the fine details and things. Herring Hush bra I found was way too small for me in a medium. Like hello, my girls were out there. I didn't get to try on a large, so I think a large would have been a bit better. I would say that one is more of like a medium to high support depending on your cup size. For me personally, I'd say it's more like the medium just because the straps are a bit thinner in the front and I do have, you know, a little bit of spillage going on there too. Personally for me, if I were to reorder that again, I would have gone with a large. I think that one would be a lot better. I do think that it would be pretty clavage like this one as well since it does have that scoop neckline. That's my thoughts on the Herring Hush bra. Again, I think it's so pretty with the textured fabric and the 2 different designs on the back strap. And then we have the Resource bra coming back as well. This was also previously launched in the Boss launch that happened last month. And again, I didn't even bother trying to get it because of these straps, the open back, everything like that. I knew that I would not like it on my body. And so again, as I previously mentioned in my other video, you know, start to kind of pick items that you know will be most flattering on your body. This is definitely something that I've learned throughout the years of going up and down in my weight, getting ready for my competitions and stuff like that, is that you need to dress your body accordingly by the size and the design of pieces that will complement you. I think this is really huge when it comes to, you know, confidence and self-esteem and stuff, is dressing your body appropriately. And as much as it may be tough to like say no to a certain piece even though you love it, or you know, size up from like a large to an extra large, you know, sometimes that can be a little bit tough and I still go through that to this day. And like you'll see later on in a piece, like I went with a large and I'm like holy shit. But you know, sometimes that's just what it is, and like it doesn't really matter what's on that tag. What matters is like how you feel, how you look, and just like, you know, overall how comfortable you are in, you know, wearing these beautiful pieces. So that's just my little bit of advice that I have to give when it comes to certain pieces, is that unfortunately sometimes you kind of need to just realize that some pieces just aren't for us, and that's totally okay. So yeah, the open back is just gorgeous, but it's just not a bra for me. If you are more on like the small medium bra size, then I'd definitely give it a try. Like it's so pretty. I really wish it did compliment me, but I know it won't. So that is the Resource bra. There's lots of sports bras, okay? So you're gonna hear me saying and another, but there really is just a lot of pieces in this launch. So another bra that I really wish I got was the Harley reversible bra. This really got me because I'm like, wow, reversible. And the fact that they made it so that one side was more of a scoop neck and the other side was more of like the layered kind of situation. I'm really, really interested to see how that would have fit on a bustier girl. I'll definitely be on the lookout for some bustier girls wearing it, and I'll share it on my Instagram stories. But personally for me, I would have definitely gotten a large in that. And again, it would be really interesting to see how it would look on a bustier chest and what the cleavage situation would have been. I think it probably would have been a little much, but I still think I would have loved it just because it's basically 2 bras in one. The zombie color I just love so much, and it just looked so bomb on all the girls that I've seen it wear so far. I would say this is probably going to be more of like a light to medium support kind of bra just because it is reversible, so I don't see them putting like a lot of like stitching everywhere, you know what I mean? So I feel like it'll be more of like a chill bra. That's just my thoughts on the Harley sports bra based on what I've seen. I have been told though that the material is pretty like compressive, so who knows, but from my predictions and what I see and what I would do personally for myself, I would stick to my usual bra size, which is a large. Next up, we have the My Confession sports bra, which is what Kara Corey is wearing here in this photo. You guys need to check out her video as well, because the whole production of it and just her makeup, the whole vibe of it was amazing. Probably my favorite video of hers, hands down. And yes, I too watch Buffbunny collection reviews so that I know what I want to get on these launches. So definitely recommend you guys watch her if you guys are on the extra small size. She does great reviews. Anyways, this is the My Confession sports bra, again with the detailing on the back. I love it. I do notice that we have some thinner straps going on. So again, I don't think this would be the most amazing thing for me personally, but what I do like is that it's a Nubri fabric situation, which again is that super buttery soft material. So if you guys want a super soft kind of lounge bra, then I would definitely go with this one, especially if you love detailing on the back like that. I know one person asked if the halter kind of design would dig into the neck or traps. Personally, for me, I don't have it, so I couldn't try it on. But I'm going to personally assume that it would probably dig into mine just a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't really have anyone else to ask because no one really has my trap situation going on. So just based on what I see, what I know of the fabrics and what thinner straps do for me, usually that does bother me a little bit. However, it's probably a little less irritating because it is the Nubri fabric. So I will continue to try to find more information on this and update you guys over on Instagram, but this is all just based on my thoughts. So I personally, again, would pass on this bra. The final two bras, and that is the Assassin bra. So the Assassin bra, you guys obviously want to know, how does it compare to the Revolution bra? And so here is some photos side by side of it. Thank you so much to Felicia for sending me these. But you guys can see that the Assassin is a little bit smaller of a square neckline. So I think this would have been really great for me being bustier, because I do find with the Revolution bras, they were a little bit like kind of pushed my boobs up a little bit and had a little bit of spillage going on. So I think because they made the hole a little bit smaller, it would have not done that so much. So I think this bra will be another great one. It is made of its own kind of material that's like a polyester spandex kind of blend. So I think it's safe to say it's more on like the medium impact kind of bra. And so for this one, I would still stick to my regular size of large. And yeah, I think that if you're someone who loves a square neckline and just wants a little bit more coverage than the Revolution bra did, then you might like this one. One thing to keep in mind is that it does have that band there. No one mentioned any issues with that, but in case that's not your style, not your vibe, then you might not like it, and it might not be exactly like the Revolution bra. And so again, that is the biggest difference when it comes to the square neckline, when it comes to the Assassin bra and the Revolution bra. You already know when I'm this close what it means. It is giveaway time. So if you guys want to win yourselves a Buffbunny collection gift card before the launch on Saturday, well, then you're just gonna have to keep watching for the details. You guys already know that I'm always finding ways that I can give back to you guys for your continuous love and support for everything that I do for Buffbunny collection and what I do personally as well. You guys are just amazing. I love my Gap Bam, and so Buffbunny collection and I have partnered to do a giveaway over on Instagram. We're giving away two $50 gift cards to 2 lucky winners, and you guys will get this gift card before the launch on Saturday, so you guys will be able to use it to add a few extra goodies into your cart if you are shopping on Saturday. But in addition, I personally want to give away another $30 gift card here on YouTube. So the instructions for the YouTube giveaway is to subscribe to my channel, like this video, take a screenshot of your favorite part of this video. Some of you guys get real creative with your favorite parts of my videos when you guys post them on Instagram stories, and I love it. But that leads me to the next step, and that is to upload that favorite part of this video to your Instagram stories, and make sure you tag me so that I can see it. I love to repost them, but this is my way of knowing that you did this final step. And then just come back here and make sure you leave down your Instagram or your email address down below, so that if you are the winner, I have a way of contacting you, and that is it. So that is 3 opportunities for you guys to win a Buffbunny collection gift card in time for this Saturday's launch. Again, this is just one of the ways that I want to give back to you guys for using my code or watching this video or engaging with any of my stuff on Instagram. I truly appreciate it so much. So good luck to everybody, and let's get right back into the video. And then finally, we have the Boo sports bra. This is the last sports bra that is launching in this launch, I promise. But I mean, hey, at least we have a lot of selection, right? Love the mesh going down the center and the little cutout in the front. I think I would have really loved this sports bra, especially because it's more of like a square back too with a little bit of mesh. And so it's open back, but like in a supportive way. So I think this one would have been another great higher support kind of bra for us bustier girls. But again, it would give us that cleavage with that mesh cutout. But I think this one would have been, you know, a pretty decent support and coverage kind of bra for us bustier girls. So I might have to get that one myself. From what I can see, it looks pretty promising, and I personally love the mesh, and I'd be okay with a little bit of boob showing through the mesh because I just think it's so cute, and again, love that square back kind of situation. So that's my thoughts on the Boost sports bra, and again, I would go with my regular size. That is everything when it comes to the sports bras. All right, are you guys ready for some leggings? We've got a lot and a lot of prints as well, which I am personally so excited about. So we are going to start with some that are coming back just in some other colors, and then we'll get into the new stuff because we also have a new fabric coming out as well. So let's get right into it with the Legacy leggings, which we all know I love so much. These were launched in the last launch, and by far the best no front seam legging out there. It's like the perfect amount of high-waistedness. It gives you zero camel toe, and let's talk about the back. Look at that little bit of like booty contouring because it like dips down a bit. I just absolutely love these, and I also find that they're not too long on me either, and they're just like my favorite legging for sure. Like, I thought the Live leggings were my favorite, I thought the Rosas were my favorite, but I have to say that these Legacy leggings are definitely my favorite, like for real. If I had to choose one, it would be these ones because first of all, favorite fabric, Newbury. I mean, I like the energy one too, so if they made this in like an energy fabric, that'd be a game changer. But from the no front seam to the butt contouring to the perfect amount of high-waistedness, there's just nothing bad to say about these leggings. Some of you guys asked if these ones are squat proof, and I would say that they are. I personally didn't have any issues. Again, I don't normally wear underwear with my leggings. I don't know if that's TMI, but just have to put it out there. And I think you'd be smart enough to wear like a nude underwear with this color. So personally for me, I didn't see no butt crack or anything like that. So I say these are good to go. You do see a squatting video happening right now, so you guys can be the judge of that too. But this flame color, you guys, I'm here for it. I don't know, I just love it. So that is the Legacy leggings. Then we have the Demand leggings. Again, this is the same ribbed texture as the Supply top, and this time I got a size small versus the medium. If you guys watched my Boss launch, I got a medium and they were just way too big. So much extra material going on and just always falling down, and I'm happy to say that the smalls do not do that. I love them so much more now that they fit me properly. So if there's any leggings that I would say size down, for sure size down in the Demand leggings. I repeat, size down in the Demand leggings unless you want extra material in the crotch, extra material in the legs, and you want to be pulling them up all the time, okay? So in case that wasn't clear, size down in these if you guys want them. Again, I think they're just so great for lounging or for just like chilling in. I personally wouldn't be working out in them just because they are a bit of a thicker material, so breathability-ness, I'm not sure about that. I would just use this more for like errands or like I said, at home. But yeah, so much happier with them now that I got the right size. This one definitely does have a little bit of a higher waistband than the previous Legacy ones did, but nothing too crazy. But for my shorties out there, just keep that in mind that it does come pretty high, as you'll see in these photos here. And honestly, just being someone who has a short torso, I've just accepted that a lot of leggings will do that. However, there is one in this launch that I found was a little bit too high for me, and that is actually my least favorite legging, which is coming up, so hang tight. Don't think that I love everything from this launch. So that is the Demand leggings. All I have to say is, let me say it one more time, size down. Okay, let's talk about a legging that I was excited about, but I don't know about. So I'm really sad to say that I am not in love with these because when I saw them, I was like, I love them. But now that I have them, there's a few things that I'm just not too crazy about. And some of you asked me what is my least favorite piece, and it would have to be these guys right here, which are the Baddie leggings. I'm not crazy about these for a few reasons, so hear me out. I was really excited because number one, it's made of a new fabric, which is called the Perform fabric. Here is a description of what the Perform fabric is. It reminds me of the newest Athena's, but like a bit thinner, very stretchy, and very like sweat wicking as well. And it definitely lives up to the name Perform fabric. And it's not very compressive, like it hugs you, but it's not like super tight like the Vita fabric, for example. Literally nothing compares to the Vita fabric yet, so until I say so, don't worry, the Vita fabric is still one of the best performance fabrics that they've come out with. Very stretchy and just perfect for high performance things. Now, this is one of those pants that comes really high up on me. You'll see again in the photos here that they did come pretty high up on my torso, where it can almost like just blend with my sports bra and kind of make me look like I'm wearing a one piece. But in addition, okay, so I love details. We've been talking about that already. But the back, like I'm not sure. Like these remind me of, I can't remember the name of the leggings, but they launched, I'm gonna say late last year around the same time. And there was mesh down here, so it kind of looks like the same kind of design. I'll put a picture of the leggings that I'm referring to. But anyways, they've done something kind of similar like this in the past. But it wasn't as low, I don't think. So I just don't know why this is so low, because it's not right under the booty, not that it has to be, but it's also at a weird spot on the bottom of my leg. You know what I mean? So not crazy about where they put this. Love it, but just don't like where they put it. And you know, I love like just all the details that they put like down the leg, around the calf and everything like that. And then they even did it in the front. And this one does have a front seam, but I just find that I don't know if like the front seam's like really long or what it is. Sorry, I'm looking at my monitor. If you always see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my monitor. But I don't know, I wasn't crazy about these leggings. And then in addition, I did find that they gave me camel toe if I like really hiked them up. But I also had to hike them up in order for them to stay put a little bit better. So I think for this one in specific, this would be one of those cases where, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, I do go back and forth in smalls and mediums for leggings depending on the material. I do go back and forth between a small and a medium, and I do explain why, etc, etc. But for these ones, I thought because, you know, high performance, I needed to get my true size. I thought like it'd be more compressive, I guess. But I honestly could have gotten a small in these and maybe that would have fit a little bit better and I wouldn't have to be pulling them up all the time. But regardless, I'm not crazy about these. I would much rather one of the other ones that are coming out. Yeah, I would say if you have one of those sizes where, you know, you go back and forth between a small and a medium, or medium and large, whatever it is, like you just go between two sizes depending on the material. This one is one of those where you would go with your smaller size. If you are true to size all the time with everything, stick to your true size. But personally for me, these are my least favorite leggings, which is really sucks because I love the name, like Baddie, you know? So that is the Baddie leggings. Bad for me, I had to, okay? Like baddie, I just had to. But let's talk about this pattern. Look at this triggered pattern, like look at it. It's so pretty. It reminded me of the Hustle print at first, but it's definitely not the same. It's unique in its own way. These definitely fit and feel very similar to the Limitless lilac leggings, if any of you guys got those, or the marble ones, or the camel ones. They all feel relatively the same. I feel like this almost feels a little bit better and less slick, but still slick, if that makes sense. I don't know, but that's how I feel. But in addition, for my ladies who love their pockets, they have added a pocket to this Limitless legging. So I think that's so awesome. And this material I also found was not sheer at all, even though it does have parts of white. One thing that I did notice though was in my knee, when I would stretch it, it would kind of do this thing like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you were doing squats, it would probably do the same thing. You do see me do like a little deadlift test right now, so you might see that happening. So that's just something to keep in mind. I personally don't think that's a big issue. You're stretching a material that is black printed on white, so that's just kind of what happens. If this was woven in, that'd be a different situation, but you can definitely tell that it's a black printed on a white material. But overall, love these leggings, love the pattern. I think it's such an awesome pattern, very unique. It was designed in-house at Buffbunny collection, so you definitely won't see anything like this. And yeah, it's high-waisted. It definitely is one of those ones that do come a little bit higher on my torso. There's some that don't come too high, some that come kind of like an average height, but these ones do come a little bit higher. But again, it's not something that bothers me a whole lot. As far as like extra material goes, I just have my usual little bit of extra material on the bottom of my legs because I am short, but I did not find any extra material like in the crotch or anything like that. Again, I will mention if I do find like extra material anywhere else, but for the most part, you will see that I do have a little bit of extra material on the leg, but that's just because I'm 5'1" and 3/4, so it's bound to happen. But yeah, if you guys love patterns, you guys will need this triggered pattern for sure. Okay, this one I think is my second favorite because obviously we love my legacy, we love the flame color, but I don't know, I don't know if this is number one, but look at that. You can see some leopard print going on and it's just wow. But also we have no front seam, and then we have this booty contouring happening. Do you see this? How it like dips a little bit lower to really emphasize the booty. I paired this with the bandeau for my photo shoot and some black combat boots, and I felt like a bad bitch. So I love these just because of how subtle the leopard print is, but like under the light, it just, you see it. And so, I don't know, I think these are my favorite, but I also like my legacy leggings. But these are definitely top two, regardless. I can't choose number one. If there's any printed leggings that you guys should get, it's the Rebel leggings because of that no front seam. I'm telling you, for those who are prone to camel toe, like I am, it's literally your question, your answer to this concern. So love, love, love the Rebel leggings. And some of you guys also asked how well, you know, the leopard print will stay on. And so the Buffbunny collection team did do a test of washing it on like the highest heat possible, not inside out, so not washing them properly, which by the way, if you guys want to see a video on how to wash and care for your activewear properly, I did make a full video on that as well that you guys can check out. But anyways, they had done that and the leopard print had stayed on. There was no peeling or anything like that, and that was washing them not properly. So I think that says huge things about the pattern and how well it's going to stay on. I know some of you guys may have had that issue in the past with the Rosé collection, but I can definitely say that based on the test that Buffbunny collection did, you will be good to go with these ones. But seriously, do not sleep on these. Do not. Okay, and so the Perform fabric was created into another kind of legging, and that is the Outlaw leggings here. And so again, we have that new fabric that's super stretchy, very great for high performance, sweat wicking, all that good stuff. And we have no front seam. So this would be a great legging for no front seam, but more of a sweat wicking and high performance kind of situation. I think I could have gone down to a small, but I wouldn't because there is a secure top seam at the top of these leggings. And so these reminded me honestly a lot like the Athenas, just like different seams, different fabric, but a similar fabric. I mentioned this before when I was talking about the baddie leggings, but this fabric definitely reminds me of the Athena leggings, just a little different, you know, just a little better, less slick, more like I'm a performance kind of situation. But for those who don't like top seams, then you won't like this one. I personally found that this one didn't give me too bad of a muffin top, but when I look back on some of my photos, I do find that I do have one. So I just think that's what happens with top seams, especially if you do carry a lot of body fat in your upper body like I do. It's just the situation. It's just what happens. And so that's just something to keep in mind with these. But overall, I do love them for like the high performance stuff. If you guys are looking for a high performance legging that has no front seam, you are okay with the top seam, then these ones would be the one for you. I would love to see them come out with this without the top seam, and then I think this would be like my go-to performance kind of legging, since the Vita fabric doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. That is the Outlaw leggings. Alright, so let's talk about some of the bottoms that I don't have, including some joggers and shorts that are launching. So, First of all, the sleigh leggings, another pattern that is just so cute and unique with all these lines and details, and the way that the lines are on the waistband and then on the legging, I think it really just emphasizes the booty nicely. So I don't personally have these sleigh leggings, but I did ask around as to what people thought about them, and they love them. No issues in sheerness, and they do fit, again, very similar to the Limitless leggings, so very similar to the marble, the citrus lilac, the camo, that kind of slippery silk kind of situation. That is how they fit and feel. They're, again, very stretchy and very breathable and a little bit compressive. And when I say compressive, and this goes for the Limitless leggings as well, like it is a tighter fit, and you definitely will notice it, especially in the waist, but it's not like compressive in a sense where I think you need to size up. Just keep that in mind when I mention like compressive. So that is the sleigh leggings. I would stick to getting a small in those, knowing that they fit and feel very similar to the Limitless leggings. So that's what I would advise you guys to do as well. And next up we have the Assassin leggings. So this one, everyone's concerned about the waistband. And so I've asked around, and a lot of people say that they're not super tight in the waistband where it like gives you mad muffin top. For some, it gave them a little bit of muffin top, but their biggest concern was that it definitely emphasized the lower abdomen area because of the way it's designed. So if that's like two things that you're like, no, not for me, then you could definitely skip out on these. I personally skipped out on them for that exact reason. I was concerned about that whole muffin top situation, and just with how much was like showing on like the abdomen area, I knew that like my lower belly would show, and so I just said no thank you. So that's just something to keep in mind if you guys do carry a little bit more body fat in the stomach area, that these Assassin leggings might do that for you. No one said anything like absolutely not. That's just something to keep in mind if that's something that might bother you. Either way, I would still stick to my regular size in these, which would be a medium. However, I feel like because of how stretchy this material is, being a polyester spandex blend, it probably is really stretchy, so I probably would have a little bit of extra material or a lot of pulling up going on if I were to get these, but I am just not down to go down to a small, knowing that that waistband is just a little bit tighter. So that's why I advise you guys stick to your true size when it comes to these Assassin leggings. The Dreamy leggings are also coming back in some new colors, and this one again is another great no front seam option. This one does not have a top seam in them. I didn't get these again. They did previously launch in the Boss launch, but I didn't get them again this time around. But I have been told that they're more on the like compression side, but very soft at the same time. This one doesn't have that cool detailing on the waistband in the back like the Legacy leggings do. So that is the Dreamy leggings. I personally would get a medium in them, just to be very safe, knowing that they are more on the compressive side. So if the Outlaw leggings aren't for you, then you might like the Dreamy leggings. Again, I personally haven't tried them on myself, but based on what I've been told, a lot of you guys have actually been liking the Dreamy leggings more than the Legacy leggings because they're just a little bit more compressive and more like high performance wise than the Legacy ones. So maybe that's the route that you go if the Outlaw leggings aren't for you, but neither are the Legacy leggings, but you still want no front seam. So maybe that's the case. The Luna leggings are also coming back. They are coming back in some new colors. They're the exact same fit and feel as the previous ones. You guys can check out this video here if you guys want a more in-depth try on and review of the Luna leggings that were most recently launched. So I will leave that link for you guys right up here. So yeah, those are coming back in some new colors. So if you guys love them and you guys want some new neutrals, then this launch definitely has your back. All right, now let's move on to the two joggers that are coming out. So we have the Misbehave joggers, which are these ones right here. Again, I just love the details that they put into these joggers. These ones fit very similarly to the VP pants actually. So if you guys got those and you love the way those business pants kind of felt, they have now made them into a jogger essentially. So they're more of like that slick but very stretchy kind of material. I wouldn't say they feel and fit like the Jasmine joggers, but they are definitely more on the like slippery, slick kind of side from what I understand based on the description and asking some questions. But with that said, that does mean that they are very stretchy, they are very breathable, and so they are very like luxury kind of feel as well. I really wish I did get these joggers so I could try them on for you guys. But again, this is what I would do sizing wise and what I think of them overall. I think they're a great jogger, and I think they would be a great little change up from the Jasmine Jasmine joggers, but speaking of which, the Jasmine joggers are coming back. I know how many of you guys love these. They are truly like some super comfortable joggers. I do find they're more on like the fitted jogger kind of vibe unless you really sized up. But I think these are great to throw on, especially during the fall and winter, to pair with a sports bra. You can even work out in them. And so I'm really happy to see that they're coming back. I honestly have nothing bad to say about them because I do love them as a staple jogger, and I'm just glad that they're coming back in some new colors. I have been told that they fit and feel the same way as the previous joggers did, so hopefully that's the case, but I do normally go with a medium in the Jasmine joggers, and I would definitely do that again just to make sure that I am comfortable in the stomach area with the waistband and everything like that. I definitely could size up to a large as well, and that would be definitely comfortable, but I feel like they'd probably be like super baggier on the legs. So it really just kind of depends on the kind of look that you want your joggers to be. And before we get on to the other jogger that I'm just so excited to share with you guys, we are going to talk about the Harley biker shorts. A lot of you guys want to know how these Harley biker shorts fit because they are a 9-inch inseam. I personally feel like on me, being how short I am, I may not have loved the way they looked on me, but I really won't know until I actually put them on. I honestly think I'm going to order them, even though it's definitely not short season around here in Canada. But here is a comparison of the Live shorts length in comparison to the Harley shorts, just to give you guys an idea of what the difference can look like. I've been told that they are pretty compressive and that they are at the same time very stretchy as well. So I definitely think this is very high performance kind of piece. And again, I just love this zombie color. I think it's so cute, and of course it would just pair so nicely with the matching bra. So that is everything you guys need to know about those shorts in comparison to, say, the Live shorts. So definitely, seeing that they are a 9-inch inseam, they would definitely be a lot longer than, say, the marble shorts or the camel shorts that have previously launched a long time ago that some of you guys found were like a little bit too short. That is everything when it comes to leggings and shorts and the two new joggers. But before we close off the bottoms, we have one more bottom coming out, and it is the Untamed joggers. You guys, I have my Walmart sweats, to be very honest with you, and I have a few other sweatpants like this from like Gildan and stuff, but nothing compares to these Untamed joggers and the hoodie. They're just so different, and I don't actually have like the Aritzia ones either that everyone's going crazy about. I feel like I need to do a comparison of those, because if I was ever looking for like a higher quality, very like trendy jogger, and you told me that it was not Walmart price, I'd be like, what's the difference? I understand the difference now. It's just so much more thicker. It fits way nicer on the body. Like, it has this nice like fitted look throughout, but also still like that baggy look that's really trending right now. Just the way that they place the logos throughout the set being embroidered like this, I think is so pretty, and like the whole monogrammatic situation. There's pockets, and the inside is just so soft, like so perfect for the fall and winter, and I just feel like they just fit so perfectly for that baggy look without being too baggy, and it's just like more on trend with like what the vibe is right now. So personally for me, I don't have anything bad to say. I feel like they were even like the perfect length for me too, because sometimes when there's like too much material in a jogger and they cinch at the bottom like this, I get like parachute pant looking kind of thing, or like it really like hovers over the cinch like this and it just doesn't look good. But this one, look at the pictures, like it just looks so good, and it's totally like I said, the trend that's going around right now, wearing like the whole sweatsuit situation with some high socks and some sneakers and stuff. I definitely will be creating some Instagram reels styling this outfit, so stay tuned for that. I just love these joggers, and I don't know how much they're gonna be, but I definitely need some more colors, because this Death Before Decaf is just the most perfect brown color that you can ever get. And like I said, whatever the price is, I'm telling you, it is worth it. Even the drawstrings the same color, the egglets, everything. It's just, it's so nice. And it even like makes the booty look good while still being baggy. Like, how does that even happen? So that is the Untamed joggers. And then we have the matching Untamed hoodie. This hoodie, you guys, Buffbunny collection keeps proving to me that there are ways to make your regular hoodie just that much better, and this is one of them. First of all, I love how big the hood is, and I love that it's lined differently inside the hood than inside here. This one is like that brushed kind of situation, and then this is like another piece of fabric, so I just think that's like an extra touch that just looks so nice. Love the big hood, and then look at the logo there. So simple, but just like so nice. And then they also put the logo at the arm. Again, I just think it's such a great way to do the branding, but like not be too much. And so here's my thing. I got a large in this. I thought it was gonna be too big based on what I was seeing like the other girls wearing it, but I'm actually really glad that I got a large because this is the look that I personally like. And so when it comes to picking the sizes of the Untamed hoodie, of the Untamed joggers, I think it all depends on the look you're going for. Oversized has been my thing literally all summer, and so I personally like if I look like a little bit of a bag of potatoes. I know that it sounds really funny, but that's just the vibe that I like, is like the baggier kind of look. I could have definitely gone with a medium, but I think it would just be like a little bit more in that fitted look. But I, again, like the oversized look, and I think that I can pair this really nicely with some leggings, some shorts, whatever, and I'll still get that look I'm going for. But even with the sweatpants, it looks fine. Yes, because it is a large, it is a little bit longer, so when I do wear it with the sweatpants, I kind of have to fold it in a way to like kind of look good so that it's not too long and it's not like covering a lot of the pant, especially like the booty area and the waist. But again, I'm gonna style this differently where I'm going to like kind of crop it a little bit and maybe tuck it under my sports bra or something like that. I'm gonna play around with it, and again, I'll post some reels on this too. But I personally, I'm really happy that I went with the large. I haven't washed it yet, so I'm not sure if it'll shrink, but based on how I normally wash my activewear and stuff like this, I don't think it'll shrink because I'll hang dry it as well. That's what I have to say when it comes to the sizing, is that you could go with your true top size, but I personally wanted a more like oversized, relaxed fit, and so that is why I went with a large for this one. But seriously, you guys need this jogger set. If you guys are into that kind of look, or even if you're not and you just want something really cozy and comfy for at home, especially with the colder weather coming up, you need. I don't know the price, like I said, but regardless, it is worth it, and I am definitely getting the pink passion color because hello, and I honestly might need to get the stitches gray. But I might need to stop myself at the pink passion because there's so many things that I want, okay? Let's move on to the final two jackets, sweaters that I have, and then there's a few that I have to go over that I don't personally have. Let's move on to the other pullover and like kind of lounge piece, and that is this one here. So I personally have what is called the Bloom sweater. So there are 3 different in-house designs that they came up with to really go with the Rebel theme, and I really liked the skull design personally out of all of them. I believe there's a dragon, and then there's the Buffbunny logo. And so, for example, this one, I went with an extra large, and this is pretty oversized. Like I could definitely wear some like a little skirt underneath and some tights and like layer it with like a button-up shirt underneath or something. Like if you're like me, I've been seeing all the trends this fall, and this is definitely one of them, and so that is why I asked for an extra large. So I personally went with an extra large. I could have probably fit a small, a medium. I think if I went down to like a medium, it would be like borderline kind of tight on the boobs. But I'm happy with the extra large for the vibe I was going with. So I just feel like you definitely can't go wrong with sizing. It just depends on the vibe you're going with. I know these ones are meant to be more on like the oversized kind of look. Kara Corey is wearing a small here, and you can tell that it's really loose on her. So I would definitely just go with your true top size for this one if that's the look you're going for. But again, I am personally wearing an extra large because this is my vibe. Okay, so that is another lounge kind of piece happening. And then this jacket is one you guys have all been asking me about, and this is the new Phantom jacket. This color in this jacket is so pretty. It's like almost white, almost eggshell, but it has that gray in it, and I hope the camera's picking it up properly, but it's just like a really, really pretty light gray. And this jacket is just so buttery soft, like so soft. And to answer you guys' question in how this compares to the previous Nova jacket, I've been told that number one, there's no hood on this one, it is just the collar. And this one is more flattering of a fit. It really kind of cinches in your waist nicely, has that nice scoop at the bottom, has some nice thumb holes, and just the seams in the front just really contours the body nicely. And this one is definitely more on the softer side as well, and a bit more fitted in general too. I personally don't have the Nova jacket, but that is what I've been told is the biggest difference that people are noticing that have both pieces. And I love like the kind of like really sleek pockets, like you barely even know there's a pocket there, really tiny zippers. And I actually don't normally go for like full length jackets like this, but this one actually looks really nice on me, fully like pulled down lengthwise. Usually these are really long on me, but this is like a perfect length in my opinion. And I think this is going to be great to layer under a vest in the fall, or I used it as a warm up the other day to kind of test the sweat ability of it. And it absorbed my sweat really well. Like I was sweating, I had my hair down purposely, I had it zipped up all the way, and my pit stains were very minimal. And it actually dried up really fast as well. So you need this jacket if this is your vibe for sure, and this ash color is just to die for. So that is all the pieces that I have. Let's carry on to the bit of tops that I don't have, and then we'll kind of conclude this video. Oh, and we'll talk about the accessories, don't worry. So there's also this Escandala pullover. I didn't see a picture of this at first until someone got it, and I was like, why didn't I get that? Because it is totally my style. It's this really cute pull over crop situation. It has an adjustable drawstring so you can really cinch it wherever you want, whether it's like lower down on your torso or like right under your boobs. And it has some mesh cutouts, and I just think it's another great staple piece to throw over your sports bra and wear to the gym or wear for errands, whatever it is. And I'm most definitely going to be getting it. Duh, I'll be getting it in the bones color because I'm more of a white than black, and I feel like I just have a lot of black already. So I personally will be getting this one in a large, just because you really can't go wrong with the size in this one because of that adjustable drawstring. Again, I am more of that oversized look, so I will personally be going with a large for this, and I probably could go with a medium, but this is just what I will be personally doing for this pullover, and just wow, it's just so freaking cute. So the only piece that I don't know what it looks like is the misunderstood tank. So I've asked around if anyone had it. No one responded to me in time for this video. Maybe by the time I'm editing someone did, and I will pop it on here if I do have it. By the way it's described, it's a structured tank top with a scoop neckline. So I would most likely go with my regular size of a medium. Medium is what I normally get for like the t-shirts, the long sleeves, the tank tops, everything like that, unless again noted otherwise. That's personally what size I would get. Again, I don't know what it actually looks like, so I can't give all my 2 cents on it, but based on the description, I think it's going to be one of those tank tops that's just nice to pull over your sports bras if you're not someone who likes to train in a sports bra and things like that. But again, I will have a photo of it if I can get one before I post this video. Now we're officially done with all the clothing pieces, and now let's move on to some accessories, and let's talk about this guy right here. Love the packaging. Like, Buffbunny collection just kills it with packaging. From this packaging to the Game Changer wallet to the PR box, like they just do so good with packaging, so I really appreciate that. But anyways, in this tube comes their new seamless underwear. So this is called Seamlessology. And so I personally got the black and the nude colors. I squat tested in the black one wearing the baddie leggings, as you guys will see on the screen here. I will say that I love how much it helped with the camel toe. So you'll see on one of the screens that I am wearing the leggings without underwear, and then the other one is with the underwear, and you'll see that the camel toe did definitely go away. Now let's talk about the waist and what it did there, and you can also see in this photo here, it does pinch at me a little bit, and I wouldn't say that they're completely like seamless like some other underwears I've found and tried. I do find that they're very comfortable. Would I wear these with my leggings? Probably still not, because I'm used to not wearing underwear with my leggings, so I'll just stick to that. But they are very comfortable underwear for sure, and maybe if I were to have sized up to a large, I wouldn't have that situation at my hips there where you can see a little bit of an indent through the waistband of the baddie leggings. I'll point it out on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about, but I did find that they dug a little bit at my hips when I put it where I'd want it to be. And then with like the gray leggings, like I wanted to try them with the lightest leggings I had so that you guys could really see like how they look under the leggings. And then when I bent over, you definitely honestly couldn't really see the black. So that's a good thing on the baddie leggings, is that they are pretty squat proof. You could see the outline, and if you were really looking, you could see the black. With that being said, you definitely can see the outline of the underwear too when you're doing like deadlifts or something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. Overall, do I think they're completely seamless? I mean, technically they are, but I mean, with the way that the waist fits a little bit differently, it's more compressive than the rest of the underwear. And I mean, there are seams on here. I wouldn't say they're completely seamless, but they are very comfortable. Like, I would definitely wear these under the joggers, or like under jeans or anything like that. So I think that overall they are a great high quality underwear. And I personally didn't find that they were like rolling over or anything that much, but I do think that a large probably would have fit me a little bit better and would have laid more flat on me rather than kind of more compressive on me. Overall, I do like the design of them. I do like how they feel. I do like that you can tell that they're high quality. I just don't think that they're like completely seamless under, especially leggings, which I'm assuming most of you guys are looking for. So that is the underwear. And then finally, they are coming out with this, probably the most beautiful hip circle that they've come out with so far. It's just such a unique design. Like, seriously, the graphics team at Buffbunny Collection just killed it with all these new designs and artwork. So I think this is my favorite one that they've ever launched, to be honest with you, just because it's just so unique and it really stands out in like a great way and not like a tacky way. And so the Buffbunny Collection hip circles are great. They will be coming out in different resistances as well, like they always do. All right, you guys, so that is everything that is launching in this Rebel with a Cause launch happening this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This launch is particularly a little bit more special because they are giving back to the American Red Cross as well as the OUR Rescue. So a portion of the sales will be donated to these organizations. And I just think that's so amazing. Like, just the whole reasoning behind it is just incredible. And that is just another reason why I stand behind Buffbunny Collection. I represent them, is because I love that they're always finding ways to give back to the community and especially women. It's an amazing thing to see in brands, companies, and individuals such as Heidi to even have wanted to do this. Just know that you guys are shopping with a cause this weekend if you guys do decide to place an order. So I always think that adds a little bit something special when companies do something like this. And so if you guys stuck around all the way to the end, I want to thank you guys so much. Don't forget to enter the giveaway here on YouTube as well as Instagram so that you guys can be entered to win a Buffbunny Collection gift card to use on Saturday. And if you guys do want to support me, if you guys found this video helpful, or if I'm helpful on Instagram, or if you guys just want to support me in general, you guys can use my code GABS at checkout. This helps myself, this helps me take care of my dog Cash, for those who don't know who Cash is, and I just appreciate you guys taking the time to enter my code at checkout. In addition, something new that they have added is that you can actually use my custom link as well. I know some of you guys send me a message afterwards and say, oh my gosh, I forgot to enter your code, and so now you guys can actually just save my link and then just refresh it on launch day, and that will give me a little bit of a commission. And if you guys do use my code, please let me know by tagging me in your stories or sending me a DM. I always love sharing everybody using my code and supporting me on the Saturdays. I think it's just so fun to see what you guys all get, and then you guys follow up with me after to say how much you love the pieces or how much my sizing video helped you, and I just love being connected with you guys in some sort of way. So make sure to let me know over on Instagram if you guys do choose to use my code, or you can let me know down below and you guys will be featured in this bomb little boomerang or photo that I always do on Instagram. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my video and just supporting me and everything like that. Again, if there's any questions that I did not answer in this video, please make sure to comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will be more than happy to address that question a little bit better. And And as always, I will leave a few tips here on the screen as to how you guys can ensure to grab the pieces that you want. Buffbunny Collection is a launch-based company, so that means when things sell out, sometimes they don't come back. Sometimes they do, and if you guys do miss out on anything, make sure you guys do turn on your email notifications to be notified when things get restocked, because oftentimes, you know, returns happen, or, you know, sometimes like more stock is found or something, and so you guys can be notified right away if that does happen, and so I think that's always great. So make sure you guys do that as well if things are sold out by the time you guys are watching this or during the time of the launch. This also is a way to notify the company that like, hey, like I love this piece, please bring it back, and sometimes they do. So either way, here's some tips to help you guys check out as quick as possible to get everything you guys want. Be on the ready. This is a huge launch with a lot of items that a lot of girls are waiting for, and so I just don't want you guys to miss out. And I think that is everything. Happy shopping, and I cannot wait to see what you guys get. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!